finally rose, and those who went closer to investigate saw a billowing plume of rising gases which seemingly originated from not one but multiple several hundred-foot wide craters in the ground. By the time this strange activity ended 100 hours later, the scope of destruction was revealed. While thankfully no deaths occurred and no animals were lost, a total of 6 million cubic feet or 169,900 cubic m of previously harder rock and mud had been scattered across the landscape, all of which was still scaringly hot at the time. As a result, modern appearance 14.7 acres of land were ruined as it had been smothered in up to 15 feet thick mud. So what exactly happened on that day? Although mud volcanoes were involved in these explosions, there was no true volcanic corruption involved, as this section of California has not seen any form of volcanism in more than 10 million years. The ground truly just did explode at an area previously known to have several small hot springs and bubbling mud pots. What had occurred was hydrothermal explosions, an uncommon phenomenon known as a hydrothermal explosion, which is essentially a non-volcanic powerful steam explosion. Per a direct quote from the U.S. Geological Survey, hydrothermal explosions are violent and dramatic events resulting in the rapid ejection of boiling water, steam, mud, and rock fragments. Hydrothermal explosions can occur where shallow interconnected reservoirs of fluids of temperatures that are near the boiling point underlie thermal fields. These fluids can rapidly transition to steam if the pressure suddenly drops, since fair molecules take up much more space than liquid molecules. To transition to steam results in significant expansion and blows up hard surrounding rocks and eject to braze. Typically, hydrothermal explosions are a phenomena often associated with large volcanic calderas such as Okana in New Zealand or Yellowstone in Wyoming. Their deep magma is the source of the energy which heats hydrothermal water to near boiling temperatures, which in the case of Yellowstone results in the creation of at least a 100 meters or 328 feet wide crater, an average of once every 200 to 900 years. However, not all hot springs are volcanic in origin, as sometimes groundwater is able to reach near boiling temperatures by simply traveling deep into our planet's crust and then rising upwards once heated. This typically occurs via an increase in temperature of 13.7 to F for every 1,000 feet deeper you go into the crust. In other words, for water to boil, all it needs to do is reach a depth of about 11,750 feet, and in the case of what are scientific model today known as the Lock City hot springs, this likely occurred as water migrated along a weak point generated by the 32 degrees dipping Surprise Valley normal fault. However, what occurred in terms of the geologic record near Lake City appears to point towards the explosion being a one-off event with no prior geologic evidence of similar explosions occurring in the same location. It was only due to this surprising phenomena that scientists were able to identify if the existence of even larger hydrothermal explosion craters and Yellowstone National Park with gecto deposits that look like this.